wood-cupped Fostex. These are the TR-X00 in Mahogany, a partnership of Fostex and Drop, aka Mass Drop, at the time, probably when these were released. They came in a number of different wood cups, and cute names like Purple Heart and stuff. This is the Mahogany. I guess this is the sort of the original one, and I love these headphones. They are they're very satisfying, very fun headphones. They have just a ton of bass, just a ton of great bass and great mid bass. So if you're listening to, say, like somebody thumping away on an upright bass, I mean, it just sounds great. A lot of texture, a lot of oomph. Acoustic guitar has that thickness on the backside of it that you don't necessarily get with a more sort of spacious headphone. These have a nice bright high end as well. I think that's plenty of detail to be really enjoyable. They are pretty light and pretty comfortable. They're a little forceful. I think they can be a little bit fatiguing over time. The sound is just kind of coming at you, and they're a bit, I guess they're a bit sort of V-shaped, even though they're kind of warm. I think you get a little bit of emphasis towards the lower mids and bass, and maybe the upper end and a little bit of the treble. But yeah, they're just a blast. They're just super fun, really great for rock, really great for jazz. And they're out of production, but they are, I think they did pretty well for Drop, and so they have decent availability in the used market. And there were two variants. The first one, I think, came with permanently attached cables, and the second variation came with these removable cables. They chose some obnoxious esoteric connector that looks just like a Sennheiser connector, but it is not. The polarity is like reversed. I think I mentioned this when I was doing a little video on Periapp balanced cables. They did work with the supplier to get these, and they do make a balanced cable that you can get in XLR, probably a handful of other things, and I think that's actually, these are very easy to drive, so you don't necessarily need it from a power standpoint, but just in terms of getting the most bang for the buck out of these headphones, I do think they sounded significantly better with balanced inputs. I have recently gotten very interested in ZMF headphones. These are the Icons. This particular model is probably 2.5, 3 years old, and this is sort of a very signature pair of headphones for the ZMF line. The ZMF sound signature being, I think, very similar to these in that it's a bit V-shaped, very fun. It's got that kind of organic sound. I don't know if that's actually because they're wood cupped or if it's just playing with my psyche, but I feel like there's a connection there, and those are expensive headphones. I think those new are $1,400 or $1,500. I think these, when they came out, were like $400-ish, I want to say. I can't think of the model number, but there is a Fostex in production that's sort of like the non-drop version of this, that's somewhere around the $600 mark. But if you're ZMF curious, if you've sort of drooled after some of those and are not ready to take the plunge, and you want to sort of experience a taste of what that sound signature is about, I think these are kind of an excellent used market buy right now, at maybe $300 to $350. I think some of the more esoteric models that were in smaller production have sort of gained more value, but the Mahogany, which I think, from what I've read, I haven't gotten to try the other sets, but what I've read, this is sort of like one of the more balanced of them. Some of them get even more bassy or a little more sort of styled. So yeah, I mean, I think for a third or a quarter of the price of a new pair of ZMF, or a third-ish of the price of maybe a used pair, I think this is a great gateway drug into this closed back wood cup, kind of fun, bass forward, kind of, organic-y sound. So yeah, that's all I got. If you like this video, please subscribe. I'm making more of these things. If there's other, I think somebody the other day mentioned like the Denon 6000, which I'm not familiar with. If there's other kind of similarly priced wood cup headphones you're looking at or you've tried that you think people should know about, please leave a comment. Hit the like button, and we'll see you next time. This is Signcraft signing out.